And now, the origin of religion, the beginning.
The beginning.
This is really confusing. I mean, how did things get where they are? The river floods every year, which allows me to grow crops. How does this work?
I'll tell you how. There is a powerful force named Bob that long ago was married to a woman named Chastity. However, one day she died, and Bob wept and wept until a great river forms. Out of the love of Bob flows this river, which gives life to others in Chastity's memory.
Oh. And how does the sun move across the sky every day?
The sun is actually a person named Jerry who's searching for his lost puppy Rupert, who is the moon. He's constantly chasing Rupert across the sky, but can never catch him, and that is why the sun and the moon are constantly flying across the sky.
Wait, couldn't there be some other explanation? I mean, couldn't the river just be water, and the sun just be there? Heathen! You must not insult Bob like that!
But it is more important not to insult Jerry!
Bob!
Jerry!
Bob!
Jerry!
I hold a secret to how to please Bob. You must listen to what I tell you, or the river will not flood, and we will all die.
Later on,
Damn, my life sucks. I spend all day working for my Lord with barely enough to eat.
You must be grateful for what Bob has given you, and thank Bob at all times if you wish to live in the bend of the great mystical river when you die. In the great mystical river you will be completely made anew, and all your threads will be new. Plus, only our priests can perform the rituals correctly. Oh, great Lord Bob, we come to the river today on the feast that commemorates when your prophet Alfred miraculously caused the heathen followers of Jerry to grow many hemorrhoids and be unable to sit for months. So we bring you your 3 favorite things, O great protector. Butter, to represent your sustenance. Salt, to represent how you flavor the world. And a plate of General Tso's chicken to represent how you are the perfect combination of sweet and savory deliciousness. Please bless this General Tso's chicken and make it as nourishing as your river. Now let us sing the great hymn of Bob. I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. A little later.
Screw you! I don't need your rituals!
But how will we ever please Bob?
You will please Bob by worrying all the time about whether Bob loves you, and whether we're doing what Bob wants.
But how will we know that?
Bob worries most of all about your sex life. You cannot enjoy sex. Also, you cannot have General Tso's chicken on Tuesdays. Ask Bob for forgiveness if you ever do not fully appreciate butter, salt, or General Tso's chicken, and use the government to make sure that everyone likes General Tso's chicken.
A little later still. Really, we can see that the stories of Bob's miracles are just stories that tell us important facts about life and are meant to guide us. For example, the fact that Bob once flooded an entire town, killing everyone, because the local Chinese restaurant owner had stopped making General Tso's chicken, really contains an important message about how to live. It tells us that we should always maintain a balance between sweet and savory, and never take one to too much of an excess. It also tells us that homosexuality is wrong.
Really? Can't we understand the world through science? Do we really need these stories?
How then will we guide our lives I mean, if we're not scared to death of punishment, there's no reason to be moral. Let's think of another example. The story where Bob's prophet Alfred forgives the man who was selling margarine. You see, selling margarine was a sin punishable by stoning, and there was in fact nothing worse than being a margarine seller. But Alfred, he reached out, and he dined with the man, though of course he brought some butter to share. This shows how we should reach out and forgive anyone for their shortcomings, unless of course they are gay.
You're really hung up on homosexuality.
Well, it does say in the scripture that just as it is wrong to mix sweet with sweet, or savory with savory, so it is wrong to mix man with man, or woman with woman. Rather, as sweet was made for savory, so man is made for woman. And just as General So commanded his army, and his army loved him, so man shall command woman, and woman shall love man.
I don't really agree with that.
Remember, Bob did not make the favorite dish of General So that we take for granted, because already there were sweet, savory, and that which we call chicken. Rather, he made chickens, sweet, and savory, so that we could make the perfectly balanced platter. Equally, Bob designed woman to receive man. And though he was mythical, General So has much to teach us about Bob's love and generosity. Keep in mind the fact that General So faithfully followed Bob wherever he guided, and did as he commanded, even when he was not so sure.
As I remember, General So killed an awful lot of people.
Well, of course we wouldn't want to do that. But Bob ordered General So to kill the followers of Jerry because they defamed his dish by using MSG to flavor their chicken. Now, MSG is neither salt nor butter, and it, as you know, has no place in chicken. The followers of Jerry refused to eat the chicken that General So